Hey, if you're watching this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about a do-it-yourself incubator alarm that I was able to make with the assistance of a few coworkers and friends. Essentially, if either of our incubators lose power, lose CO2, or change temperature, everyone in my lab group will get emails until the problem is fixed. And it takes 30 seconds for the emails to start. So I'm going to show you my email right now just to show that I don't have any emails from this program yet. And then I'm going to show you my incubator. We've got two incubators here. So system is okay. Turning it off. And in 30 seconds I'm going to start to get emails. So nothing yet, but in the meantime I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I decided to do this. A couple of months ago I was culturing a lot of cells at once, and over the weekend lost CO2. Our CO2 tank actually ran out and all of my cells died. So I was very upset about all of that lost time. So I decided, hey, maybe it's possible to prevent this, set up an incubator alarm in the future. So I actually read my incubator's manual and found out that there's actually a relay in there set up for an alarm that you can buy from the manufacturer. And I didn't know anything about electronics going into this, but I had a couple of friends who did, who kind of guided me about how to make my own alarm to connect to this device. So I'm going to try and show you the back of my incubator here. There is a communication line that an alarm system can be connected to that will send electricity inward, and then two lines coming out, one of which is always connected to that line and one of which is never connected to that line. When the alarm state occurs, the relay will switch. So the way that we took advantage of that is by setting up this Arduino board over here. And you can see this is quite the hot mess, so please forgive me, but essentially there's a 5-volt line that comes out of here and goes up into either of our incubators, and then if the incubators are in an alarm state, that voltage will come back to pin 3 for my incubator or pin 4 for my coworker's incubator. And my friend Allie is going to explain the programming aspect of all of this. Hey, Allie.
Hi. So the program that we wrote for this incubator alarm was pretty simple. Basically, all it has to do is determine if the incubator is, if the relay is on or off. And so it needs to determine the state, send the messages, and then stop sending the messages. So the only problems that we really had with it was first figuring out the timing to send all the messages. Originally, we were getting false alarms because the incubators can be tripped if the doors are left open for too long during normal use, just taking too long to pull things out or not shutting the door completely. So this was corrected just by increasing the amount of time that the alarm had to be tripped in order, or before it was actually, before it would actually start sending out messages. And the other thing was the frequency at which the messages were sent after the alarm was tripped. If someone needs to drive 15 minutes to come back to the research center, they don't need to get a message every second. So that was corrected. A couple of problems that we still need to fix, how to send messages if the Arduino board is not powered. And also what kind of problem that the incubator is having. That information isn't available from the way we have the Arduino set up now, but that could eventually be integrated, I'm sure. So that's about it.
Yes. So checking out the email again, we actually have an incubator alert. We have several incubator alerts. Can you hold this? I'm having trouble. Sorry. So clicking on it, 12 incubator alerts. All of them say, Jarvis here, your incubator is currently in an alarm state. Neat. So we know there's a problem, but how will we know when it's solved? Because you could be at home and there could be a problem, and there's no reason to drive if it was just a momentary power outage or something like that. So I'm going to turn back on my incubator, and you can see it's initializing. So we're going to wait a little bit, and it is going to go into the safe state. So this has been really helpful on 2 separate occasions. The first occasion was, I think, 3.5 weeks ago. The circuit breaker that this incubator happens to be on was tripped overnight, and it lost power. So I got an email early in the morning, was able to drive here, fix the circuit breaker, fix that problem. Another occasion, about a week ago, we lost CO2 again, and I was able to drive back and connect the new CO2 tank, and there was no problem. So this has been really helpful. I'm really excited that we have this going, and very much excited to learn more about Arduino boards in the future. Here we've got another alert. Your incubator is now fully operational, so this device is fantastic, and I'm really excited that we have it. So yeah, thanks for your time. Look for more updates in the future.